Okay, so this is the second video of the unit demography, and in the previous video we just learned about what is demography and about more about the demographic cycle, and we saw all the 5 phases. In this video we will see demographic process and variable, then annual growth rate, age pyramids, demographic gift, liability, dependency ratio, potential support ratio, and carrying capacity. So first let's see that what is this what are those demographic process variables. So what are the demographic process or variables? There are actually 5 factors. You can remember, like F, M, and S. What is F? F is the fertility, that is the birth rate. Okay, then M is mortality, that is the death rate. Then another M is marriage rates, then migration rates, and migration rate is immigration and emigration. Then coming to S, which is the based on socio-economic classes. There are some indicators. Okay, indicators, it can be population statistics or vital statistics. In population statistics we have this population size, then sex ratio, then density, then dependency ratio. And under this vital statistics we have this birth rate, death rate, natural or the natural growth rate, then life expectancy of birth, then mortality rate and fertility rate. All this comes under this vital statistics. Then coming to what is annual growth rate. Okay, annual growth rate. What is this annual growth rate? Annual growth rate is actually birth rate minus the death rate by 10. Okay, now we will see at different population. Okay, annual growth rate. So annual growth rate of different populations, see if it's population, and we'll see what is their annual growth rate. When it is less than 0.5%, we call it as slow growing. If it is 0.5 to 1%, then it is moderately growing. 1 to 1.5 is rapid growing. Then what is very rapid growing? It is 1.5 to 2%, and if it is more than 2%, this is explosive growing. Then coming to Malthusian growth model. What is that? We will see what is the annual growth rate. According to that, we will estimate that in the population will get doubled in how many years. Okay, so if the annual growth rate is 1%, then population will double in 70 years. If it is 2%, then it is 35 years. If it is 0.5%, then it is 140 years, and if it is 1.5%, then it is 47 years. So in all of these, where does India lies? India is a rapid growing, that is 1 to 1.5% growth annual growth rate. And according to the Malthusian growth model, where will it belong in this? Okay, 1%. So it is about India. Next, we have completed this. Then we will see what about age pyramids. Okay, age pyramids. Age pyramids, usually we just consider male, female. We see both in this age pyramid. The ideal one is triangle. Here we see the population, and what is this height? This height will indicate the life expectancy. Okay, now here the new generation means the younger person, and towards this the older age person. Now the population is considered in millions. So classification of this pyramid. Now this is classified into two. One is based on developing versus developed countries. Okay, developed country. So in developing country, the fertility rate is high. What it indicates? It is due to high birth rate. And in developed country, it is lower, that is due to low birth rate. Now how we will see this is the graph. Seems like a triangle. Now we have this lower portion as the pre-reproductive group, then we have the reproductive group, and then at the top we have the post-reproductive group. So here we have a broader base. Okay, broader base. But in developed countries we have a broader belly. That means in the middle we have, means the reproductive age group is higher, then we have like this. So this is with a broader belly. This we can see in the developed countries. Now this is one classification. What is the other classification? Other classification is based on the shape of the age pyramid. We have three. One is triangular, one is bell shaped, and the other is urn shaped. Okay. First let's see about triangular. And we know that it is divided into three phases, that is pre-reproductive, reproductive, and post-reproductive. Let's see what is happening to the birth rate and death rate. Here it is high birth rate. Now what is the shape of the bell shape? We can see like this, just like cylindrical, and urn shape means like this, means the birth rate is very low. So the birth rate in here, it is high. In bell shaped, birth rate is high and there is a decrease in the death rate, and in the urn shaped, it is birth rate is less than equal to death rate. What is happening to the population? Population here it is high, growing, here it is stable, and here it is declining. Okay, so this is about the population pyramid based on the shape. Now what is the use of this population pyramid? Population pyramid is actually used to study the age and sex structure of a population, also in the cases when there is high rates of the female infanticides. So we have completed this age pyramids. Okay, age pyramid. Then let's see what is demographic gift, liability, and dependency ratio. So demographic gift. Demographic gift. Demographic gift is also known as demographic bonus or dividend. Now this leads to decrease in the dependency ratio. We will see how. Demographic means higher number of economically productive population, and demographic liability means which are liable, means we will consider the elderly person. So let's see what is the difference between demographic gift and demographic liability. Population, here it is economically productive, and here the elderly person. Now why this demographic gift occurs? This occurs due to decrease in the birth rate, and here it is both decrease in birth rate and decrease in death rate. Now the in this demographic cycle, which stage indicates this demographic gift? It is the third phase, and liability in the fifth phase. We have seen the decrease in the birth rate, so gap becomes negative minimum. Okay. Then what is dependency ratio? Dependency ratio means it is the total number of dependent population by total number of independent population. Okay, so which age group do we consider as a dependent person? It is less than 14 years and more than 65 years by total number of independent. Independent means whatever left in between, so age between 15 to 64 years into 100. So this is the dependency ratio. Currently in India, of younger age it is 38.9%, older age it is 9.7%. All total the dependency ratio is 48.6%. Okay, so what is dependency burden? Burden is when there is a high dependency ratio, means there is an increase of old age dependency ratio. Then coming to potential support ratio. Potential support ratio means it is the inverse of this old age dependency ratio, means here it belongs that the number of persons from 15 to 64 years of age, how many persons are there per one older person, one old person, and what should be the age? More than 65 years. So how many people from this age group of 15 to 64 are available for this one older person, that is 65 or more age? Then next point is what is carrying capacity. Carrying capacity means the number of individuals of a population which is supported for a time of given resource of that area. Okay, so it is determined by the limiting resources of an area. So this is all about the topics, that is the demographic gift and liability, dependency ratio, potential support ratio, and carrying capacity.